Yeah, it's more second stick type of shots. Try to look for sticks instead of around bodies, and tee it up. If the guys want to block it, it's got to hurt. So I wouldn't turn on a shot if a guy's going to be right in front of me. So yeah, we're going to tee it up tomorrow.
A lot of focus on the power play. How do you kind of get it on track? You're 0 for 6 and only 5 shots on goal.
Yeah, I think a little more decisive. I think if we scored, we had 2 basically gimme, empty net goals. Well, I mean, it's with Pete or whoever, it doesn't really matter. I just, if you get one of those goals, 2 goals, it doesn't look as bad, and maybe the confidence. So I think we just got to be more decisive if the shot's there, a little more 2 at the net, and a little quicker pace with our power play.
You had Lindholm getting a look there in practice on the first unit. What do you like about his potential presence there?
Well, he's good at tipping pucks. He's good on the draws. And he's starting to. I felt the last week he's starting to shoot the puck better. So I think we just want to make that switch.
Besser went off practice early. Looked like he got hit in the hand with a shot there.
I think he's fine. I didn't really see it, to be honest with you. He didn't say anything to me.
The Suter goal in Game 1, is that sort of the blueprint for what you need to do to get through what they're trying to do defensively?
Well, I just think wherever you go, I just felt Nashville's will to defend were better than our will to score. Let's face it. So I think there's positions and plays there, but it's really a will. I mean, if you're, there's areas to go with a heavy stick, and there's plays there. Just find them, and that's getting through people and fighting through. It's not standing still.
I don't know if you saw Bob Cole pass away today.
Yes.
Do you have any feelings of maybe a special memory of a call that stands out?
Well, I mean, obviously he's one of the best in the business, but for me, I went to his golf tournament a couple times in the Maritimes, and spent a lot of time there. And he's a legend. Just hanging with him in those golf tournaments was special for me. A lot of hockey guys were there, a lot of broadcasters, a lot of fun.
Probably a few goals of yours that have his voice on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Is that special for a player when you have a guy who's so renowned?
Yeah, I think I remember I had a really good fight with Wendell Clark, and I think it might have been him and Harry Neal. I think that. So I remember that. And when you're you're an Ontario kid, it's pretty special when those guys are calling your name out there.
Tyler Myers was out there. Is he good to go?
Yeah, he looks good. Yeah, he had a good breakfast day. Like, he's fine. I think he had a good practice day too.
A lot of D now will front forward in front and try to block the shot first. Is there anything really unusual about what Nashville's doing?
No, I just think they had the will to you heard Bruno say, they embraced the pain. If you watch Edmonton, they're one of the better net front. Hyman, guys like Kane and Perry. There's plays to be made when you play teams that are front, and sometimes it's good to learn from those type of players. And I think we just got to have a little more will to go into certain areas.
Can you change, or can your forwards change their body position so maybe it's not as easy for the defender to just stand where he wants?
Bingo.
Rick, you talked about being a feel guy, and all of this is so mental in the playoffs. How do you feel about your group, their mindset, their confidence, and all of that after a travel day and some time together here on the road?
Yeah, no, I think it's really important. And I've preached it all year. I hate roller coasters. Mentality. You got to be even keel. Once the game is over, obviously you look at certain things, you talk to certain individuals. We need some guys to get going. They know it, but you move on. Our job is to build people up, not to tear them down. And I think that's the same thing. Even after a win, we shouldn't be patting each other. We're not singing and dancing after a win. We just got to be even keel. It's a 1-1. It's 2 evenly matched teams, and it's going to be an exciting game, and we got to embrace the excitement. It's going to be a lot of fun to play this game. I'm excited.
And you feel like your group is in that sort of a headspace right now?
Yeah, I do. I think more and more guys are starting to feel that. Than the pressure, just the enjoyment. You got to enjoy this stuff. I mean, there's a lot of teams are watching us play. There's a lot of people watching. Tomorrow or whatever time, 6:30, we're going to watch our game. Like you want to. I mean, that's what you play for. These type of moments. Maybe you're going to be a hero tomorrow. It could be anything. Block a shot. Do something. It's not about scoring goals. And I think that's kind of the attitude you go into these games.
Casey lets in that fluky goal first period. Did you like the way he responded and just his mindset in general?
Yeah, I don't worry about Casey. He's been like that. I mean, he's given us some really good starts this year. That Edmonton game at the end of the year was a big game for us. I thought he was fine last game. He's smiling today. That's why I love Casey.
He talked about having Demko here, just
Yeah.
as a goalie partner. How important is that for, you've been around goalies enough for them to have that relationship and carry it forward even if Demko can't play?
Well, I think Demmer just, him and they're very close. And I think Demmer coming on the trip and, he's doing his thing here, therapy and stuff. But I think what's important that he's around. And Demmer wants to be around. So I think that really helps.
Yeah, that was a tough way to start.
Don't need that.
I feel fine.
Generational talent. Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.